Frostmourne hungers, and it will have your voice.
Hello everyone, I hope you've had a good new year and whatever festive season you may celebrate. Now I thought I would begin this year by doing, I think, quite a cool voice in the Lich King. Yes, the famous Lich King from World of Warcraft, also known as Arthas. So, let's not waste any time and let's jump straight into it. Now, first, what you're going to want to do, and what we're going to focus on first, is the actual voice itself before we jump into Audacity. Audacity is a free program, so if you're worried about that, do not stress. I'll take you through that a little bit later. Now, for the voice itself, you're gonna essentially growl this voice out. And what I mean by that is, if you watch my Marauder video, you would know that growling is basically what a bass singer uses. For example, you go, it basically drops your voice a few octaves. But we're going to be taking a variant of that and putting that into this voice. So what that is going to sound like is, imagine a dog growling. That's essentially what we're going to start with the Lich King. So let's say Frostmourne is hungry. Frostmourne is hungry. Frostmourne is hungry. See, just start off simple, like a growl. You're getting there. But now we're going to add some air to that, because Audacity can only do so much. And even if you watch the actual voice actor for the Lich King do it live, he actually adds air and almost sound effects with that air in live. So what that would sound like is, firstly, importantly, at the beginning of the words, you're going to kind of lead into the sentence. And then just, the rest is not as important, but just either lead it out or just make it breathy somewhere in the middle. So, what that'll be like,
Frostmourne hungers. Frostmourne hungers.
So yeah, it's fairly simple, but firstly, it's hard on controlling your breath, so you're going to run out of breath early. But if you're pre-recording things, it shouldn't be a problem. You just edit those out. Now, we're going to jump into Audacity. So, just search that on Google if you don't have it. It's a free audio processing software, and I'll take you through it. First of all, you're going to record your line, and then you're going to apply what I call the voice-over chain, which is, personally for me, what I use to apply basically to any audio recording I do with Audacity. So basically that's a combination of vocal effects, noise reduction, and other good stuff that you want to do on any voice recording. Because otherwise it'll sound quite garbage, just direct voice into the mic. It needs some sort of post-processing before you've even gone to the effects of the voice even. And I won't go into that in depth for the sole reason of, otherwise I'll have to do it in every video. So I'll put it in the description along with everything else in great detail that you can use, and then once you've done that, come back with your recording post-processed, and we'll begin with the effects. So with the effects, what you're going to want to do with the post-processed audio is copy it into 3 separate lines. Now, on all 3 lines, so select all of them, you want to apply an echo. And for this echo, you're going to apply a 0.4 delay and a 0.05 decay. This is what I found to be best, but if you have any better adjustments, you can go with that. But on the second line specifically, you're going to want to drop the pitch down far more. And not only that, on the second line, you're going to apply a pretty powerful reverb. And what I mean by that is you're going to set practically everything to 100 and just reduce the reverberance to, let's say, 60 to 70. And you can just look at how it is on the screen here for you to copy if you wish. And then you're going to pan the second line to either the left or the right, depending. And now the most important editing effect for this voice is the third line. And I learned this particular method from someone else, and I'll link that first in the description of where I got this idea from, and you can go watch his video, but I'm just condensing everything here into a bite-sized amount. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select the third line and reverse it. And then with the reversed line, you're going to want to add that same reverb you used for the second line. And then drop the gain as well as needed. And once you've added that, you're going to reverse the line again. And then adjust the gain as needed and pan it to the opposite side of the second line.
Frostmourne hungers.
So if you enjoyed that video, feel free to like or subscribe if you wish, if you enjoy this sort of stuff, and I'll be sure to see you next time for a cool voice to do. Cheers.